Welcome to our special stock show and rodeo edition of Mission Park Cares.
And we also have some delicious ideas that you can share with your Valentine.
But first, let's take a quick look at what's going on at the rodeo.
We're back in full swing for the 2022 San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo, and we can't wait to see you soon. The event is taking place February 10th through the 27th, 2022. Tickets are on sale now and can be purchased at sarodeo.com. An individual rodeo ticket provides patrons grounds admission and a reserved seat inside the AT&T Center. Inside the AT&T Center, you will see a PRCA rodeo or rodeo event starting at 7 p.m., followed by live entertainment at approximately 9:15 p.m. For weekend matinees, the rodeo will begin at 1 p.m., followed by entertainment starting at approximately 3:15 p.m. Your rodeo ticket also includes festival grounds admission so that you can enjoy all that the 2022 San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo has to offer for the entire day. Festival grounds admission includes entry to the entire festival grounds outside of the AT&T Center. We've made some major changes with many attractions, shopping, and live music stages now taking place indoors in addition to our traditional outdoor areas. The Freeman Coliseum will feature a wide variety of horse and equestrian activities, while your favorite food vendors, educational activities and displays, action-packed shows, and much more are ready to make your experience wonderful. Spend some time in the livestock barns and see the exhibitors showcasing their animals. Ride exciting rides and make memories with friends and family at the carnival. Carnival wristband purchases will give you unlimited access to all carnival rides. This year, we are going digital and cashless in the AT&T Center, on our festival grounds, and inside the carnival. All rodeo tickets must be accessed through your mobile device, so please make sure to log in to access, view, or add your tickets to your mobile wallet before your visit. For more information and to get your tickets now, please visit sarodeo.com. Thank you for helping us educate the youth of Texas. Let's rodeo, San Antonio!
Every year, kids from all over Texas bring their animal projects to the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. Dick, will you show us what they're up to?
Oh, absolutely. I'm not chicken. Let's go take a look. I'm at Smithson Valley High School, and I'm here with my new friend, Michael, and Michael's friend. I'm not sure Michael's the name of this little chicken right here, but Michael, you need to tell us a little bit about how you got into raising chickens, how long you've been raising chickens, and tell us a little bit about the Smithson Valley High School program, please, sir.
Yes, sir. So my dad had grown up with agriculture, and a lot of my early on friends, his friends and their sons, they grew up with agriculture as well. And that, introduced me into the agriculture, business and raising. And, chickens are a very great entry-level livestock animal to show very on. It's a short project, and it's very, in a sense, cheaper than you would say a larger animal. Here at Smithson Valley, what I really like about our program is this building is pretty state-of-the-art. We have heaters and fans and insulated walls that help us climate control everything, because the birds, when they're young, are fragile, and they need to be at a certain temperature, about around 90 degrees at the very beginning, so that they're kept warm, all the time, and it allows them to eat and flourish.
Michael, tell us a little bit about judging a bird. And so if you're going to judge a bird, what am I looking for if I was a judge?
Well, you show 3 at a time. You show 3 birds all together. And so some judges will look for more uniformity between the birds, and some judges will look for a little bit more muscle mass. It just depends on the judge. The judge will feel its breast meat, the meat on its chest. He's looking for 3 birds that have all the same characteristics. You want a very wide breast meat at the front. So if you'll think of a breast meat as like a rectangle, you want it to almost be like this and then come down at a taper, but a wide taper consistently all the way down. A lot of the birds that you'll get sometimes will have a great front end, very firm. It's what you're looking for, but it'll taper off just real quick. And that's just the difference between the grand champion and a 15th place bird, and that's how the project goes.
What is the start to finish from when you receive the bird to when the bird is ready to be shown and then potentially, go to market?
Right. So start to finish, you're looking for us, for these birds, they'll be 7 weeks old when they show. So we got them on the 21st of January, and in 7 weeks they'll show.
Well, we're going to meet some more chickens, and I'm also going to meet Alora. And I'm going to tell you, I want to know a little bit about you, Alora, first. Tell me about how you got started in this program and Give me a little history.
Well, I first started FFA in my freshman year. My teacher had encouraged me to start doing LDEs, which are like more leadership development contests. And then as we started going into CDEs, one of my teachers introduced chickens to me. I used to love hanging out with the chickens because they're so small and they're absolutely adorable.
Well, let's pick one up if that's okay, Laura.
Yes, sir, of course.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Oh, here we go. God, they are adorable.
Yeah.
And they're making a little noise and they're talking back and forth. Now, do you know how to speak chicken, or do you know the?
I mean, I know a little bit, but not a whole ton. They tend to have their own little language.
Yeah. Well, Laura, tell us what you've learned about this little guy right here.
Well, so far I've learned mainly about their behaviors and what they like to do. When you first get them, you can't really let them stay down because you don't want them to get hurt or get trampled by the other chickens. So every couple of hours we'd have to come in here and stir them up to make sure they were eating. They don't quite always smell the best, but they are the cutest little things when it comes to it, and you have to be very careful to not step on them. And their food can be very messy because they will tend to knock it around, spill it, and put shavings in it, so you have to clean it almost every day.
Tell me what you like the most about the San Antonio Rodeo, or the stock show and rodeo.
I personally, like Michael said, I love the mutton busting. It's so cute. Some of my friends did it. I unfortunately didn't have the opportunity to. But just seeing the little kids be able to interact with agriculture like that, it truly is just something that, the future is that it holds something very bright and fun and new.
I can't imagine what it's like to raise 50 little chicks into big, full-grown chickens.
Well, it's got to be almost as much fun as making a heart-shaped pizza for Valentine's.
Dick, you must be talking about Valari. Let me take you there.
Well, let's do it. Volare, let's go there now.
Here at Valari, one of San Antonio's classic pizza places. Here with Eder, who is a pizza master. So how did we start?
Yeah, first, you press it down. You start around the pizza.
But today we're gonna make a heart-shaped pizza.
Yes.
For Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Okay, so you gotta do that. Oh, look at that.
You gotta toss it down.
Okay, you really are a pizza master. Oh my goodness. So what's the secret when you stretch it that you don't break it?
You don't have to be afraid of the dough.
Don't be afraid of the dough.
Yes.
Look at that. Oh, look at that.
That way you don't waste too much.
Perfect. Look at that. You're like a pizza artist. I love this.
Put it on top. That's our shape.
Oh, how fun.
And then we need the pizza sauce. I'm gonna put some cheese on top.
Your pizza tastes so good. It's like the best. Is there anything secret that you could share with us in this pizza sauce?
The tomatoes are Parmesan tomatoes.
Uh-huh.
That's from Italy. Kind of sweet tomatoes.
That makes a big difference.
Yes. So you want to put some basil on top?
So do you take off the leaves?
Yeah, only the leaves. And then
Look at this. A little
Beautiful,
Valentine
beautiful,
margarita
yes.
pizza.
Perfect.
I love it.
You're professional.
I love pizza. It's one of my favorite food groups. Okay, so Eder, this is Antonio.
Antonio Sorgente.
Antonio, how wonderful. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. He's from Naples, Italy.
Naples, Italy. So he knows what a real pizza pie is supposed to taste like.
Yes.
Gosh, it smells so good here. I love it.
The basil and then olive oil. That's very important.
Interesting. Olive oil on top.
Extra virgin olive oil.
That's the secret.
See?
Oh, look at that. How beautiful.
And you put on there. Right straight to the oven. It'll take about 7 minutes.
That's it.
7
Wow.
minutes.
So what days are you open?
We open from Tuesday through Sunday,
Okay.
from 11 to 9 p.m. during the week, and on the weekends we close at 10.
Wonderful. And if somebody wanted to come in on Valentine's Day,
On Valentine's Day we'll be open from noon to 9 p.m.
so people can come in or they could do curbside pickup, but could they also call and you'll deliver?
We have our drivers, and we deliver to the neighborhood, and also we have DoorDash and Grubhub.
Valari has always been a classic in San Antonio, but for those that don't know the history, and I see here 1972, tell us about Valari.
Everything started on San Pedro Avenue, very close from here, in 1972, and then we moved to Alamo Heights around the 80s, 84.
Yes.
And then we're here to the Almost Pharmacy 2 years ago.
I love it here. It smells like Italy. It sounds like Italy. I understand you have some live entertainment.
We have live music Wednesdays and Friday night.
Oh, how
Gallo
fabulous.
Gutierrez come and play for us, you know.
Oh, wonderful. All Italian.
All Italian music, yeah, all the traditional Italian.
So nice. Such a fun thing to do with someone you love or with your kids.
Yeah.
I smell pizza. It smells good.
Okay, we're ready to take it
Let's
out
see.
from the oven. You can tell that it's ready right now.
Oh, wow. Look at that. It looks so good. Oh, wow.
And then you have to add some more olive oil on top.
A little bit more.
You can do it. Yes.
There we go.
It's for
Look,
you,
I'm
it's
like
for you.
professional. Look at this. Oh,
olive
that
oil.
just looks so good.
Thank
Thank you so much. Thank you for bringing a little bit of your love into everyone else's home and in their tummies. Okay, well, it's Valentine's Day, so I need to cheat and try this. Tastes so good
Thank you
and
so much.
so fresh. Thank
I
you
like
so
it.
much.
Our Napoli margherita pizza.
I love it. You have to get down here to Valari and try this. This is just amazing. Or even call them and have them deliver straight to your home.
Happy Valentine.
Happy Valentine's.
Kristin, you know that heart-shaped pizza is a great way to get ready for Valentine's.
Absolutely. And I understand you're going to introduce us to some great young ladies who are getting ready for the stock show.
I am looking forward to it. All right, I'm back at Smithson Valley at the Sam Womble Animal Project Facility with some ladies that they look like they know something about wool. Tell me a little bit about your sheep program.
We're all students that are a part of FFA, so we have this wonderful barn that we're allowed to house our animals in. We come up twice a day, we feed them, we work them, and the end goal is to get them ready for market sale.
Fantastic. So all you ladies actually raise animals?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. So you all have your own animal, and so how do you choose your animal? How do you get the right sheep, or what are you looking for when you're picking up a sheep?
I got into raising sheep because my uncle used to show goats, and my grandpa raises goats. And so I started out with goats and I moved into sheep. It kind of runs in the family for me. Agriculture is a big part of my family and everything. So then now we also breed sheep. We have a breeding program. So it's a big part of my life.
All right, so y'all been to shows, I guess. Have you been to shows in San Antonio as well as outside of San Antonio?
Yes, sir. My family goes to all the major shows, and a lot of these girls, they all go to the major shows too.
All right, so tell me a little bit about these particular sheep. Are there different brands? Are there different, when I say brands, I mean varieties, breeds? Help me with that. I need a little help, you can tell.
So these two right here are actually going to be goats. So,
Okay, all right.
And then if you'll look at this one in the orange leg wraps, that's going to be a fine wool cross. So that's a cross between a medium wool and a fine wool. This one right here is a medium wool. They have a darker face. And then if you'll look at the one at the very end, that's a South Down. Those are typically a smaller sheep, very docile. So there are different breeds. There's 5 different breeds that you can show.
Wow, that's interesting. So sheep are kind of animals that just keep on giving because they give their wool, and I guess that turns into a sweater, a coat, or whatever it happens to be. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. So do you actually sell the, or when you shear the sheep? I mean, I don't know. Do you actually sell the
You
fur, the
could.
hair?
You could if you wanted to, but I mean, these sheep they're in dirt and it's gross. So I don't at least sell my wool when we shear it off because it's just, I don't think anyone would want a shirt made out of this, but you definitely could.
I know at the ranch when we shear our ewe lambs, we have about like 300 ewe lambs that we shear, and we keep it all in feed sacks and everything, and we sell it off to people because they'll use that wool for stuff like that.
All right, so tell me a little bit about the qualities of goats. How do you know that you have a grade A or grand goat? Tell me that.
When you're looking for a goat, you want to make sure they have a running uphill look to them. So like if you see this guy, he looks like he's running uphill when he's racing. You like to look for that, and also I like to look for muscling. And I kind of like the temperament of them. I usually like it when they're more docile and they're more loving, because when they're willing to please you, they are better actors. collecting, and they will do what you want them to do.
That's fantastic.
Different personalities, big time.
They do have different personalities,
Yes.
so you can tell one from the other?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's
Like
interesting.
mine's a bottle baby, so he's very like lovey-dovey.
Mine can be very stubborn.
All right, so is this Lovey and this Dovey?
Yeah.
And so tell me a little bit about, okay, so if you're raising animals, are you actually marketing the animals or selling the animals? And if that's the case, so then what do you do, what are your college plans, or what do you do with the revenue that you generate from the animals?
So I've shown pigs for 8 years, and this is actually my first year to show a sheep. And so I've been collecting money from sales and auctions for the past 8 years through showing pigs. And I'll be attending Oklahoma State University in the fall. And so all that money from sales and auctions I've saved up, and it's going to help pay for out-of-state tuition in college.
I want to thank you ladies for letting us come out here today, and I know that you're supposed to be in school, and I appreciate you taking a little bit of time with us so we can educate more of our community as to what you do and how much work it is and how responsible you are. And thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We really appreciate what you're doing. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dick, I'm so impressed with the work these kids are doing to help pay for their college education. So do you have another story you could share with us?
Well, of course, let me steer you in the right direction.
Oh, that's very cute. And by the way, nice boots, cowboy.
Little dusty little lady. We're back at Smithson Valley High School with a beef specialist, Brindley, and she's going to tell us a little bit about raising cows, steers, heifers. Brindley, tell us a little bit about yourself and also about last year.
Yes, sir. So this year I actually have 4 show steers on feed, and I'm even taking a heifer to the San Antonio Heifer Show this year. And last year I won champion Red Angus at San Antonio.
Congratulations, Brindley.
Thank you. And like raising steers, it's a lot of hard work, but it's definitely worth it. And like I love my boys, like they're my favorite thing. I think about them all day. And it's kind of like, it's just so much fun. And for me, it's so rewarding. Like even if you don't win, it's still such a rewarding experience to get to raise an animal and see what it takes to and entails to raise these animals to their end point.
So do you need to get up early in the morning till probably late at night taking care of your animals sometimes, correct?
Yes, sir. Like even last night, I was shearing my steer till like 9 o'clock in the barn.
Tell us a little bit about when you start, where do you get your steer?
So there's a bunch of different breeders, and I have some people that I'm lucky enough to get help from, and they help me go and pick out my steers, and we just go to different places, a lot of different raisers in Texas, and sometimes these raisers in Texas will get cattle from Indiana, Wyoming, a lot of the time like in the Midwest, just kind of all over. Like I have 2 steers that were originally from Indiana, and we bought them from someone in Texas, and then now they're with me.
Now, do you keep your steers here at Smithson Valley High School, or do they go home with you?
So my steers are at home with me, but we have a really good program at the school for kids who do have to keep them at the school.
So what would you be looking for in a steer?
Yes, sir. So in like show steers, one of the biggest things you want is muscle and structure. And a lot of the times it's hard to find both, but you want like a big top. So like this is their top, their back, and you want it to have a lot of muscle and be big and like square in a way. And then if you have a haired steer, then you want them to maybe have a lower set tail head. And if you have like a slick shear steer, you want it to set a little higher in them, maybe like this black one right here. But you don't want it too high because that can be an indicator of less muscle. So it kind of just has to be that perfect medium for a show like San Antonio. And for San Antonio, since they have like the turf, especially that show specifically, structure is so important because you can't hide structure on that turf. And so what I mean by structure is down here in their hooves, like see their dew claws, those little pieces. So right there, that's their pastern, and you want it to flex really nicely. You don't want it to go too deep or like them just to walk on their tippy toes almost. And then even with structure, you can come up into their front end, and sometimes they can be a little straight fronted where they almost look like this, and you want it just to be a little more relaxed.
Now, Brindley, I know that you said it's just like having, this is the one thing you think about all the time.
Yes, sir.
Morning, noon, and night.
Yes,
but,
sir.
And so when you have to say goodbye and you receive some proceeds from the sale itself.
Yes, sir.
What do you do with those proceeds?
So I take those home and they go into a college fund in the bank. And that's where a lot of that goes, is just to help pay for my college. And with my scholarship last year, that'll go into my college as well, and that helped a lot. And then sometimes we might take a little bit just to help maybe get steers for the next year, but typically that's all used just as a college fund.
So you're keeping it going, you're keeping it rolling, and it's,
Yes,
it's a
sir.
process, and it's a lot. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, this animal, how heavy would this animal be?
This one is probably about 1,250 pounds or 1,300.
So you've been stepped on, I bet.
Oh, yes, sir. I was kicked last night.
Oh, that's not a good day. Brenly, thank you very much. This was a lot of fun.
Yes, sir. Thank
I'm sure
you.
proud of you, and thank you for what you're doing, to promote, the cattle business and the steer business and FFA.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
If you think raising steers is a lot of work, wait till you see the next story.
Now let's see John Elizondo, and he's known for hamming it up.
You're so funny. Sean, will you please save us?
We're back here at Smithson Valley High School. We've already seen the chickens, the steers, the goats, and now I get the fun assignment of dealing with the pigs. And we're here with Brady, Jesse, and Austin. And guys, just kind of tell me a little bit about the pig program that you guys have here, and what kind of goes into showing off these pigs.
So I am one of the 6 ag teachers here at Smithson Valley High School. I supervise all the swine projects. So this is our swine barn. We get the luxury of having the nicer barn with the heater, air conditioner, things like that, just because the pigs take a lot and they get sick very easily.
So you get them to the barn earlier than anybody else. I've been the first vehicle here sometimes, and you get here and check out the pigs, make sure they're all healthy, their pens are good. Then you mix their feed, and there's 100 different combinations of feed you can give them, all depending on if they need more muscle, if they need more fat, if they need a bigger back, a smaller back. There's just a plethora of things, and sort out everything, make sure everything's healthy, and then you go to exercise. So you'll take your pigs out and walk them back and forth. In here, you walk them around the building, you train them, keep their head up, and you want them to go at a good pace, not too fast, not too slow, and you have to clean your pens if they're they get too dirty, and they use the restroom in the pen, so you're going to need to get all that out of there and keep everything healthy and as clean as possible. And it's like taking care of a dog almost. You have this daily thing.
I was going to ask you that, in the sense of mannerisms of these pigs, what is it like taking care of a pig?
They're all a little different, and very much like dogs, they all have personality. So I have 2 this year that have a lot of personality. And some of them are a little more stubborn, and some of them are a little more easygoing, and you just sort of feel it out when you get them. When they're a piglet, you go in and you just sit with them and you get them used to you, the same you would as a puppy. As they grow up, then you get to know their mannerisms, and you get to know, are they more stubborn, are they more skittish, and you can kind of keep them away from things they don't like.
Walking, is this like walking a dog, like a leash kind of thing, or is there a little bit more complex nature to it? Because these are big animals, and if they decide to start moving in a certain direction, I can't imagine it's very easy to kind of guide them where you want them to go.
So your training comes in. This is your key to life right here. They call it a whip, but it's not really, you don't whip them. It's more of your steering wheel, right? So back here on their hams is going to be their gas pedal, and up on their cheek is going to be their steering wheel. So you want to make sure you're sitting right here, and that pig's right here to your right or your left, and you just get them going, and as soon as they start to get a good pace, you always want to keep their head up like this, like they're looking towards the clouds, and you just keep driving. And in the ring like this, you're going to make big circles and just keep going around the judge, and he'll get his looks at you.
When you guys go to a show, what are the things that the judges are looking for?
The best way I've ever heard it explained is it's like bodybuilding for an animal. So you're building a market animal, and you want an animal with a lot of muscle and very, very bold features, the same as if you looked at a human who is bodybuilding. They're very muscular. And then it also kind of comes down to the judge. Some of them like a pig with a little more fat or cover, and some of them like a pig that's a little more lean and muscular.
And I think what gets overlooked nowadays is you want a pig that looks good. Just as soon as you walk in the gate, you're like, man, that pig is good. So that their presentation needs to be good. And then when they come into the gate, if their head is up and raring to go and they're at a good pace, that automatically gets you up into the judges. The judge likes you when that happens.
How much of it is more so the student who's out there showing the pig as much as the pig being judged as well?
So a lot of it goes off of on showmanship. So showmanship is a big key. So here at Smithson Valley, we do showmanship clinics twice a week. So Tuesdays and Thursdays after school, I'm here for an hour to 2 hours. We do showmanship clinics. So all of my students come here, they get their pigs out, we come in the show ring and we practice because practice makes perfect. So we practice for the show. So they will be at their best, just like you want their pig at their best for that show their endpoint is.
You don't have to groom them though.
No, we don't have to groom them. So
we do that ourselves. Yeah, that's a big deal.
Well, you guys are doing some great work. We had a little bit of some fun with these pigs. I know they really enjoyed the cameras, but guys, thank y'all very much and good luck with showing these pigs off in the future.
Thank you.
John, thank you.
We appreciate it, John. And here's Blanca, our dear friend, with a chocolate warm-up for Valentine's that you're gonna love.
Buenos dias, Kristin and Dick. Today we're gonna be making an amazing, delicious, perfect for this weather, Oaxaca hot chocolate made with mezcal. And in this case, illegal mezcal, top of the line. So to make an amazing hot chocolate, I'm a big fan of abuelita. I kind of grew up like this. It's very delicious, very fragrant, and it'll make you look like a rock star at home. So I'm gonna take some Mexican hot chocolate, like I was saying, chocolate abuelita. And I'm gonna take 2 tablespoons. And so I have 1 and 2. Very, very delicious. Next, I wanna mix it up a little bit, so I'm gonna add just a little bit of milk. I'm gonna mix it up. You can see that. I have mixed it up very nicely. I'm going to place it in our frother. I'm going to add the rest of the milk. Look at that, delicious. This is measured, this is 1/2 pint. I'm gonna allow it to turn and turn and turn. It's mixing it up and taking it to a really hot heat. I have cinnamon, and I also have cinnamon powder. So let's get this hot chocolate ready. We're going to add 1 ounce of illegal joven. Yes, that's 1 ounce. Of course, a classic, a little bit of Grand Marnier, delicious sweetener, natural liqueur of orange. That looks so very good. And it looks amazing. I'm going to add just a dash of cinnamon right here, right now. I'm going to add a cinnamon stick. And now I'm going to bring the froth slowly, so I don't want to lose the foam. And it's all mixing together, as you can see. And I'm going to add some fresh whipped cream. That looks amazing. And we're gonna dash just 1 more time, a little bit of cinnamon. And if you like, you can add 1 more stick. So here we are. What do you think of that? Salud. This is my winter warm-up. Delicious.
Kristin and I want to thank you so much for joining us today for this rodeo and livestock special.
That's right. We love you. And always remember, at Mission Park, it's our mission to care.